What I'm going to talk about is basically what we call as the mobile client reporting solution. Okay, great. Unlike a lot of other speakers who've been here, we are not a product company. We are more of a service company. We are a BPO, and so we do a lot of BPO-related activities for different kinds of businesses. It could be for telecom, it could be for banking and finance verticals and stuff like that, right? A lot of it is being voice-related activities that we do. So for some of the largest telecom providers today, some of the largest banks that you find in the market today, we do back office activities, okay, including voice. So the solution that I'm going to talk about is something that is a very imperative need, something that drives the heart of a BPO center, and people have been struggling with it. And this solution basically is an innovative way of addressing a very core need of something like a BPO center. Okay, so without much ado, let me jump into the complexity of what I'm trying to put together to you. If you look at the BPO industry or a telecom kind of a provider, he has an extremely complex network of voice equipment, and especially in the BPO, for example, we might have UK customers, we might have US customers, we might have Indian customers, and the voice, especially when it's a voice operation, you get a lot of calls originating from different geographies and places. And each individual operation, so for example, let's say I'm doing an X bank for US and supporting it out of India. There might be something, a Y bank in UK, which I'm supporting out of India, and all of them we need to continuously monitor for performance and making sure that the customer satisfaction is rated the highest at any point in time. So what a BPO really does is that it has a central team of people, per geography. And each one of them are responsible for maintaining customer satisfaction, making sure that the calls are handled properly, despite of where it is routed from, and we need to make sure that the end customer is completely satisfied, right? Now, what does that mean? Is that if you look at each geography, they have their own, they have their own switches which bring in the voice and transfer it to, and basically bring it to India. These switches have complex logic algorithms, and they have, so you must have heard of systems like Avaya, Avaya, then you have Nortel, you have so many others which are the ACDs which actually bring in this voice and push it down to India or the corresponding geography, whatever. But what they don't provide you today is the fact that while all the calls are there and you can monitor them at their corresponding local location, to see how the performance of the floor is, what they are not able to give us is one centralized view of how the operations is behaving. So for example, a CEO wants to know by geography what exactly is my performance. He might want to know for a particular customer how am I doing, sitting out of a central premises. Okay, or a customer, when I'm saying customer here, maybe the bank who's contracted our services might want to know how real time the floor that he's asked for is actually performing, right? So there are various stakeholders in the organization who want to see real time performance, so that at some point in time they can take quick decisions, on to what needs to be put in to make sure that the customer is the best satisfied. So for example, we have all called maybe a cell phone provider, whoever we actually have a cell phone from, and we have an experience with that particular cell phone provider. Now the idea is to, if the cell phone provider at any point in time is able to determine that for a UK originated voice, how are we doing on that one at any point in time, it actually gives them a big edge, right? So this solution is about solving that particular problem of having a global insight. So what we've really done is, while we talk through this, I can probably show you better screenshots on this one. The capability that we have just brought into the table is to take all of this aggregated information from the different sources in a very, very inexpensive manner, get them together and display it where the customer wants it. So the customer could be the CEO of my own company, So I display it to him and where it is important for him. It could be a wall board, it could be a mobile device, it could be a, it could be in his office, in some this thing, or it could be a sales presentation. So the idea, the concept is to aggregate the data and bring them onto any device that is usable. And not only do we do it for the CEO, we also do it for the end customer. Now, why is that very important? It brings in transparency. It makes sure that the customer is also on top of the business that he's running with us, right? And it gives us clear direction. So whenever there's a direction required, there's a quick turnaround time from both the sides to complete that particular process. Okay. So now, how does that happen? Real-time dashboards, simple. Known real-time dashboards are a need of the century. So you have real-time dashboards, but the important thing is the aggregation. So if you look at the top slide, that is Bombay, and the second one is Delhi, and then you have a consolidated dashboard. So this dashboard is extendable not only for India, it's expandable across the globe, and you get one centralized point of information for the company. So a team which is sitting like a network operating center, right? A team sitting out of a central premises who's monitoring how the flow performance is across the world can get that one single snapshot in a very, very inexpensive manner for taking real-time decisions on the floor. So maybe you want to increase staffing by another 20% because the call volume in a particular geography is very high and we were not originally staffed for that. That kind of decisions you can make in real time. Okay. Now having said that, so I'm just breezing through this whole concept. Yeah, so this is near real time, so you can have a 15-minute interval, you can have a 5-minute interval, you can have a larger set of intervals, and this is available on a mobile device. So for example, actually the screenshots are here for the others who probably can't see the pad now. So that's an iPad. Yeah, it's multi-device, so you can use an iPad, you can use an Android phone.
No, but can he get, if he's got different buckets for his call center? Yeah. Multiple languages or multiple.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, that's what I was trying to show you here. Is that if you look at this, there is the real time. So there are filters for. So there are real time dashboards, and then only a specific dashboard. So this one basically is the percentage call answered for month, week to date. Okay, you can change the campaigns. The campaigns that he's particularly interested in. So the system understands that and decides to only give that information out to the client. You can also go to the level of the queue. So for example, here, the 730 and 740 are basically the campaign numbers. No, this is inbound. Okay, so the inbound. So I've used a loose word called campaign. It's both inbound, outbound put together. Okay, inbound is where you look at the largest part of the staffing because you are talking about real-time thing. In an outbound situation, you already know the number of data points that come in and you dial out. But what you really require is are the people on the call and doing what they're supposed to do. Well, in this particular case, you have real-time call, incoming call statistics, right? So that's the difference. But this is a blend of both. So what I'm trying to say here is any customer who wants real-time information, whether it is historical, whether it's real-time information or any other form of information that he wants on the floor is something that is available today on a mobile kind of an environment.
And is your call center, is it IP-based call center? Are the ACDs IP-based or are they?
Okay, so that's a good question because I'm assuming that integration is the thing that comes into your mind when you are publishing this kind of statistics. So yes, our call center is IP based. Okay. However, the solution that we are running is a combination in the sense that we get data feeds not from the ACD directly. It's through an intermediate mechanism of fetching that information and then displaying this particular information in real time. Yes. It's coming from the ACDs, but we pull it up either from the report or the data dumps that comes to us from the ACD.
And does this include IVR also, or is it only a demand part?
Okay, so what we are doing is that, so there are 3 parts to this. Number one is that the biggest one is linked, when I'm saying real time, we are looking at the percentages, the calls that are currently in the queue. Is one metric that we determine. How many are at the ACD, that is also something that we read and display. So it all depends on the kind of process that you're running and what is the kind of metric we want to monitor. So for example, one of the telecom providers, we are doing doing close to about 14 different metrics, which could be a combination of the IVR, combination of the ACD, combination of a dialer put together. So we marry those environments.
So if there is a combined environment of IVR plus batch.
Absolutely, and not only that, we also do it across multiple different systems. So basically, one part of the center might have Avaya, the other might have Aspect, the third one might have Genesis, the fourth one might have something else. It's a unified view across all of these platforms which comes together. Yeah, okay, so this is one snapshot, and yeah, so this is the other snapshot. So I've just taken a sample snapshot of this. This is actually a dashboard that so let's say the CEO is viewing it. He would want to look at it at the highest level possible, right? Operations manager is looking at it. He would want to look at only his own operations, right? So the whole system is capable to go from a team leader level or an agent level to a team leader level, team leader to a team manager to the the operations managers across multiple ones, rolling up all the way till the CEO. And so as you go up, it rolls up. As you go down, it drills down. Okay, so this can be put on any. So if you visit a call center, obviously when you go to our operations floor, you might have a wall board which explains the real-time statistics of what's happening on the floor. You can display it there. Okay, or it can be on a device. Absolutely. He can also drill down into the shop floor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so the main impact is real-time control, really quick to service the customer, and great customer satisfaction. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you so much.